Howdy, and this is the tale of how Fate and Molly wove the tech deck turtleneck. Alrighty, so one day, Fateful was at a Hot Topic. Now, Hot Topic in this day and age is not so much, a hot topic as it is a place for all the scum and villainy of the world to get together and wear Jack Skellington hoodies. So, this kind of left a sour taste in his mouth. So he was like, so he pulls up his phone and he's like, yo, dog, Molly, we need to get ourselves some tech in this clothing and we need to do it now because we're going to do some shit. It's going to be awesome and everything's good. So he and Tech Deck were like commiserating on the best way to go about it. So at first they thought, you know what, we're gonna clone ourselves, we're gonna put ourselves in the turtleneck, and then Molly's like, well, maybe the clones are gonna run away. And Faithful's like, yeah, you're right. So here's what we do: we get the chance cube, we put in the turtleneck, and then Molly's like, well, we can't do that, or else Waldo's gonna want to trade Anakin Skywalker for it, and we don't have Anakin Skywalker. He died in a galaxy far, far away. And Faithful's like, well, okay. And it's like, what if we laced it with nanotech? Because nanotech's always great. So that's what they did. They took a old computer and they tore it apart. And they got all the wiring, they put in the turtleneck, and at the end of it, it looked like something the Kostako would wear. Akatsuki. And so, after a while, George Washington walked up and said, I cannot tell that, I need that thing. I need it because there's a penguin halfway down the street that's been whooping my ass at checkers, and I need all the help I can get. And Faithful was like, whoa, time-traveling George Washington, what brings you to this era? And George is like, I cannot tell that sweater. And Faithful's like, whoa, bro. It's the Tech Deck turtleneck. You don't mess with the Tech Deck turtleneck. You just do not mess with the Tech Deck turtleneck. And so George Washington was like, you know what? You're right. I'll fight you for it. And so, Molly, being the absolute genius man that he is with business and everything, pulls out one of those weird arrows, the green arrow always carries around, and goes, you know what? Here, I'll give you the Tech Deck turtleneck if you can kiss the tip of this arrow. And George Washington looks at the tip of the arrow. He goes, it's not a trick. And Molly goes, no, it's not a trick, man. It's not a trick. I designed this thing myself. I put the stick together. I put the little flippy arrow thingies at the end of the thingy. Trust me, it's all 100% arrow. So George Washington, first president of the United States, brilliant tactician, goes, okay, I'm going to kiss the tip of that arrow. And Faithful goes, what the fuck, dude? That's George fucking Washington. You're gonna. And Miles like, shh, bro, I got this. So he watches and waits as the first president of the United States goes towards the arrow. And just as George Washington kisses the tip, a giant boxing glove pops him in the side of the face. And that's when George Foreman and Muhammad Ali were like, you know what? I fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, but I can't believe I punched the face of George Washington, tee-hee. And, Molly and Faithful were like, alright, this is awesome. George Foreman and Muhammad Ali beat the shit out of George Washington. So, great. At this point, the Tech Deck turtleneck had gained sentience because of all the nanotechnology, the genetic samples from the clones, the wire hanger technology that got shoved in there last minute by Edward Scissorhands because, fuck it, he felt left out and he was tired of Hot Topic always telling him, you can only be on a t-shirt. You can only be on a t-shirt because you're nostalgic. And you know what? They gave him credit, you know, because Edward Scissorhands, he's got scissor hands. He's handicapped in that way. I mean, not when it comes to construction paper monsters, because he will absolutely destroy those beams of damnation and paper cuts. So after all that, they finally put on the tech deck turtleneck, and the first thing it goes is, make a left turn. So they make a left turn. Make another left turn. So they make another left turn. Make another left turn. So they make another left turn. Make another left turn. So they make another left turn. Make another left turn. So they make another left turn. They repeat for 5 more minutes until they discover that what they had inherently done is infuse the soul of Gene Simmons into the tech deck turtleneck, and it was just fucking with them, offering no available technological prowess except the fact that they just made a really fancy bitchy GPS. They burned that son of a bitch to the ground. And that is the tale of how Molly and Faithful made the tech deck turtleneck. Boom!